So in the last video, I have shown you how we can access the code editor of Google Earth Engine. So in this video, I will demonstrate you some basic programming concepts in JavaScript. So there are certain elements in programming we need to have an idea, because without understanding those elements, it is quite difficult to understand how a programming line of code works. So first of all, let me introduce what is a comment. So in programming, comments are used for the purpose of making the source code easier for us to understand. So sometimes there may be instances where the programmer may not be available, and someone else might need to understand what the source code does. So in that case, to make it easier to comprehend, the previous programmer use comments, and also it is important to note that these comments are usually ignored by compilers and interpreters. So in order to write a comment in JavaScript, you have to write two forward slash and write what is the comment. So likewise, you can write comments in JavaScript. So now I'm going to tell you how we can utilize variables to store datasets. Uh, in programming, a variable is used to store certain data. So in JavaScript, we can use var syntax to create a variable, and then we have to give the variable name, and equal, and then give what data is stored. So if you want to output this variable, we can use the print syntax and give the variable name. So once you click run, and it will give output the what the data is stored in the under the variable. So next I'm going to demonstrate you how we can use these variables and JavaScript to run some certain arithmetic calculations. So for that, I'll use two variables. Likewise, we can create two variables, and we can also get the output to another variable. Yeah, this. So we can get the output by writing a print function. So likewise, we can conduct some simple arithmetic operations with JavaScript also. So next, I am going to tell you how we can declare lists in JavaScript. For that, we use square brackets. So if you want to get the print output of this list sample, you can write a print function. So in here you can see the first item of the list is 34, 345, and the last item is Sri Lanka. So next I will demonstrate you how we can declare a dictionary object in JavaScript. So in JavaScript, dictionary objects are used to map keys to values. So in this case, instead of one value, we are using two values, uh, like keys and values. So the user can access a certain value with the key. For an example, let's map countries to cities in this example. Make sure when you are declaring a dictionary, uh, you have to use curly brackets, because when you are creating a list we use uh, square brackets, but in this case we use curly brackets. So likewise, we can create dictionary items in JavaScript. So as previously, we can get the output by writing a print function. So in the drop down list, you can see uh, corresponding cities for each country. So in here, the first key is Australia, and the corresponding value for that key is Sydney. So the last one is Ceylon, which corresponds the value column. So some might think, why on earth we need to learn JavaScript for Google Earth Engine? So the main reason is that there are inbuilt function or previously defined line of codes. So in order to understand those functions very well, you need to have a basic idea of certain key elements such as variables, data types, and lists. For an example, in the left corner, under the docs, you can see some previously defined algorithms. So in here you can see that there are various kinds of algorithms available. So in here under the temporal segmentation, you can see another algorithm or the function called CanEdgeDetector. Here you can see it requires three arguments: image, threshold, and sigma. So don't worry if you can't understand right now, because we will be using this function plenty of time in the rest of the course. So stay tuned for the next video.